Hello, welcome everyone. This is the Deadite Plus Zoe channel. Today we're playing Story of Seasons. This is a game from the original creators of the Harvest Moon series. This game is very similar to Animal Crossing in that you just find it fun, kind of creating a daily pattern of daily maintenance for your character. We're doing an overview, kind of a player's guide for the beginning sections of the game. Each day you're going to start out with 5 hearts, which is your stamina hearts, which it dictates how much work you can do within a given day. To really maximize your productivity, we recommend making sure that you stop each day at the calendar and looking to see what's coming up. As an example, this will prevent you from going to the trade depot if there aren't going to be any vendors there. You can also look at the calendar a few days in advance to see what's coming up to be prepared. As an example, you will want your favorite cow to be happy and healthy before you take her to the livestock festival. As you're exiting your house, your mailbox will have an exclamation point over it if you have any new mail. Be sure to check it to see if there's any information you need. Then begin your daily routines. I usually like to start out my day in the barn taking care of my livestock. Be sure to feed your cow, pet, brush, and milk your cow every day. Doing this will make her happy and over time will give you a higher quality of milk. Thus, it will sell at a higher price. In my barn, you can see that there are piles of manure, and over time, if you let them accumulate, they can actually make your livestock sick. At the start of the game, you're given 4 turnip seeds, but we highly recommend that your first trip to town you pick up additional seeds to really maximize the amount of crops that you produce. So don't limit yourself to those first 4 right off the bat. I definitely recommend at least 1 grass seed because that will start producing the fodder or grass that you need to feed your livestock. You're going to have your daily routine of harvesting any crops that have produced, watering, planting, fertilizing, and things like that. And you're going to notice that early in the game you're going to have remaining hearts. So it is recommended to either hammer away at some rocks that are in the way or some trees that are in the way up until you only have a half of a heart left so that you're not wasting any stamina. In addition, hacking away at those rocks and trees really do yield you some decent materials that you'll need for building. Now that your farming is done, you can go roam around the town. As you're roaming around town, it is highly recommended that you pick up everything that you see. You're going to see flowers, insects, twigs, pebbles, and other items that you're really going to need to prosper. Along the paths, you'll also see these roadblocks. These will open up and become available later in the game. And when they do open up, what they do is they allow you to build more crops in other locations. But at your home base, since you can actually edit your farm and move the fence lines around, you can actually build quite a bit of field plots on your own land, so I really recommend renting out those spaces later in the game. Also, as you're going around town, we highly recommend that you swim in both of the river locations each and every day. It will yield you fish that can be sold for a lot of money at the trade depot. It will also yield you other materials like iron and glass, which will be needed for building as well. Even if you find things that seem like trash, like an old boot or a can, you still want to keep it because it can be sold for money. After swimming, it's off to Oak Tree Town Center. If the trade depot is scheduled to be open that day, that's usually my first stop. It is recommended to sell as many items as you can when the trade depot is open because early in the game, they only come like once or twice a week, and some of your items can end up accumulating to where you don't have any room to carry your items. I personally recommend keeping a few turnips held back so that you can eat them if you need just a small stamina boost throughout your day to finish up some chores. See, I really made a decent profit today selling my fish and insects and crops and other items found. We recommend using your money on items that you need first early in the game, like your pitchfork, overbuying blueprints for furniture or recipes. Recipes aren't even any good until you have a kitchen. Also, before you have a kitchen, I recommend always taking a trip to the restaurant and buying some food to increase your stamina for the day, so that later when you're back home you can finish a few chores. Now you can end your day knowing your time was well spent. We hope you enjoyed this beginner's overview of the Story of Seasons. Like, comment, and subscribe if you would like more content on this game or similar games. Thank you.